Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we are going back to the 80s as we take a look at a favorite, as we take a look at Predator starring Arnold Schwartznegger. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new episode. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we are covering Predator. This movie was released on June 12th, 1987, and it was directed by John McTiernan. The story was by Jim Thomas and John Thomas. The production companies were 20th Century Fox, Lawrence Gordon Productions, Silver Pictures, and Dunn Entertainment. And it was distributed by 20th Century Fox. The budget for this movie was $18 million, and it did a box office return of $98.3 million. So let's take a look at the production. During the release of Rocky IV, there was a joke being made about Rocky Balboa having run out of earthly opponents, and that if they made a fifth Rocky, he would have to fight an alien. Screenwriters Jim and John Thomas would be inspired and would write a screenplay based on this joke. Originally titled Hunter, the script focused on a band of alien hunters seeking various targets. The script would be worked with one alien targeting the most dangerous human target being a combat soldier. The setting of Central America was chosen as at the time special forces were constantly having operations in that area. The Thomas brothers were first-time screenwriters and would find it difficult to get major studios to read their script. They would eventually resort to slipping the script under the door of 20th Century Fox producer Michael Levy's door. Levy would bring the script to producer Joe Silver's attention, and having just finished the film Commando, decided to turn the script into a big-budget film. John McTiernan, being a first-time director, was hired to direct this film. Initially, Jean-Claude Van Damme was cast to play the Predator. However, when the 5'9" tall actor was compared to cast members such as Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura, and Carl Weathers, it was decided that they need a more physically imposing Predator to play the role. Filming took place in Mesomola, Mexico, and production was briefly stopped to allow Schwarzenegger to attend his own wedding and have a 3-day honeymoon with his wife Marina Shriver. The Predator costume was created by Richard Alden of Boss Studios. However, because the suit was deemed disproportionate and not as agile as intended, this suit was discarded and Stan Winston would be brought in to redesign the costume. Alvin Silvestri was hired to compose the song, and this would be the first action movie that he ever did the score for, as he was coming off the comedy Back to the Future. It would unfortunately not be until 2003 when label Varis Sarabande would release the soundtrack for purchase. But let's take a look at the cast. So we have Arnold Schwarzenegger, who plays Major Alan Dutch Schaefer, Carl Weathers, who plays Al Dillon, Elpara Carrero, who plays Ana Gonzalez, Bill Duke, who plays Master Sergeant Mark Elliott, Richard Chavez plays Staff Sergeant George Ramirez, Jesse Ventura plays Sergeant First Class Brian Cooper, Kevin Peter Hall plays the Predator, and Peter Cullen does the Predator's voice. But let's take a look at the plot. A team of Special Forces ops led by a tough but fair soldier, Major Dutch Schaefer, are ordered to assist CIA man Colonel Al Dillon on a rescue mission for potential survivors of a helicopter downed over a remote South American jungle. Not long after they land, Dutch and his team discover that they have been sent in under false pretenses. The deception turns out to be the least of their worries, though, as where they find themselves being methodically hunted by something not of this world. So this movie has quite the legacy to it. It spawned a series of films, as well as novels, comic books, video games, and toys being released to continue the story. They would lead to several sequels like I talked about with Predator 2. I'm going to cover each of these in their own video. I have already covered Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem. If you want to check those out, they are in the archives. A prequel film, Prey, was released in 2022, and a crossover series being Alien vs. Predator as well. Schwarzenegger would reprise his role for the 2020 video game Predator Hunting Grounds, though. So would I recommend this movie? This movie is really interesting because it's a great blend. The first half is a military action movie, which is a typical Arnold movie with the cheesy one-liners. But then the second half is almost like a thriller movie with the Predator stalking all of Arnold's team. The special effects really hold up, and Stan Winston did an amazing job on the Predator costume. I think it's really well done, and it makes for a very entertaining film. Definitely recommend this one. However, for younger viewers, it is quite violent with lots of adult language. But definitely one I recommend for the older audience. So thank you so much for joining us here on Disney Movie Investigation. I would love for anyone to please leave a comment below on what they think of Predator. Please leave a comment below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. So as we look forward to our next episode, we're going to continue with our sci-fi kind of cult favorites as we take a look at the black hole. And stay tuned for our bonus story on that one, as we will take a look at the history of Space Mountain. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.